Okay, so those are some of the calls that Mitesh was going with. Mitesh, thanks for that. We'll come back to you in about half an hour and get another set of calls going. Let's just go back to the Asian Paints number. The profit came in above estimates, 1258 crores. Our poll was closer to about 1120 odd. The margin came in at 21.2% versus our poll of 19.4%. So that was a handsome beat. And the volume growth looked pretty solid as well for the decorative paints business. I think we've got Naveen Kulkarni now joining in. Naveen is from Axis Securities. Naveen, always good to have you on the show. Thanks for joining in. So what are your thoughts? I mean, first glance, this looks like a beat on most counts. So what's your reaction?
Yeah, clearly the numbers are a significant beat on most counts. So volume growth of 16% is at least 5% ahead of what we were estimating. EBITDA margin, again, is a significant beat. So we were expecting around 1,740 crores. So they have reported around 1,850 crores plus. So that's, again, a significant beat. And profit numbers are also beat by almost by around 8 to 9%. So all around, very good set of numbers from Asian Paints.
All right. Hi, Naveen. What else will you be looking at in terms of a fine print? And do you think your current estimates, they factor in this sort of a beat? Or do you think there's a potential that you'll have to revise your estimates upwards? I'll tell you what, the PE is not in control, but the E at least is something that you guys estimate.
Yeah, so it's very likely that our estimates will go up, primarily because I see that what is happening is that the gross margin, I think, is ahead of what we were estimating, right? So we were expecting EBITDA margins to be in the range of around 19.5%, and the EBITDA margin is 21%, right? So there's a beat of almost 150 basis points on EBITDA margin itself. Most of this beat would have come from the gross margin expansion. Going ahead also, we believe that gross margins are likely to sustain at these levels. So we are likely to raise our estimates. We'll see after the conference call, but most likely we'll see a 4 to 5% upgrade in our estimates for, let's say, FY24. That's something which seems a little likely at this point in time.
After two sets of earnings where we saw downgrades, maybe Asian Paints will see lead to some upgrades. Top line, though, Naveen, it's compared to the meaningful beat at the operating level. Top line with 11% growth is in line, right?
Yeah, so top line is not significantly ahead of estimates. So top line is probably in line with consensus, probably a percentage point ahead than what we were expecting. But yeah, clearly the beat is on the EBITDA margins as well as on the earnings.
So, Naveen, also what's interesting is market positioning, right? Asian Paints is not one stock that has had a great run. I mean, it's been very range-bound last 1 year. The last 2-3 weeks were better, where we started seeing a bit of a build-up and it climbed above 3,000. What is your target price? And you are potentially looking at upgrades to earnings estimates, and I'm guessing the TP as well.
Yeah, so target price will be in the range of around 3,400 at this point in time. We will see how let's say, after the earnings commentary and probably if we see significant upgrade in earnings, probably there could be some bit of upgrade in the target price also. Yeah, you are right that the stock has been range-bound for a while. Two reasons, of course. One is probably the competitive intensity will increase in the future. Second, of course, has been the raw material charges. I think the second aspect is very likely to come under control this year. Competitive intensity is likely to go up in the medium to long term. That, I think, is still going to be a challenge. So multiples may not increase, but earnings upgrade are still a possibility.
Okay, all right. We'll leave it there. Thanks very much, Naveen. Lots of new players in the paints business, and that's a highly profitable one, so why not? We'll see how the space pans out. Stocks spiked up even as compared to where it was when we started 15 minutes back. Devin Chokshi is with us with some thoughts.